Hello everyone, in this session we will introduce the basic use of Roflow. The Roflow tutorial will be divided into two parts, basic and advanced. This section is the basic tutorial. We will introduce it in order from the introduction to the architecture and interface, and then to the demonstration. Chapter 1, Introduction. Roflow, as the name suggests, combines robot and workflow. It is a tool for editing robot interaction processes. As shown in the illustration, its visual editing interface is very suitable for users without a programming background. You can freely use various functions of the robot according to different scenarios and situational needs, such as face recognition, intelligent dialogue, singing and dancing performances, and navigation. It also allows for the use of other projects created with Nua Biz tools to establish customized service workflows. Lastly, it supports ongoing tracking and optimization of overall services through data collection. Taking a museum scene as an example, you can use Roflow to create a robot service flow in the museum dot. When the robot sees visitors, it will display a menu, allowing visitors to choose different service items, including exhibition introduction, interactive performances, or ticket purchase. Based on the needs of visitors, the robot can guide them, answer questions, and even connect to live customer service. To use Roflow, first of all, enter the official website of Nua. Click on the character icon at the top right to log into your Nua account. After logging in, please check the authorization status of the robot in the Biz authorization in My Device. Click on My Tool or the list icon at the top right to find Roflow. Then you can enter the homepage of Roflow. Chapter 2, Architecture and Interface. Roflow is divided into website and robot site, and the website can be divided into service flow and project data tracking dot. The service flow will be deployed to the robot, where the robot will collect the user interaction data and send it back to be displayed on the website. Upon entering the website, you will first see My Projects and Library in the left sidebar dot. After entering an individual project, the left sidebar will display Roflow, project settings, service data, as well as variables and variable data central. In the basic course, we will focus on introducing My Project and Roflow. Other pages and functions will be introduced in the advanced course. Roflow operation is fundamentally divided into two main pages, My Projects and Roflow. In My Projects, you can add, manage, and browse all projects. In the Roflow, you can design the robot's working hours, trigger conditions, and interaction processes after being triggered. First, in the section for adding a new project, you can choose to add a blank project or select an existing template. After clicking the blank project, a settings window will pop up where you can customize the project name. Select the robot model and skin, and set the speaking tone of the robot. After entering the project, you can see the project name and switch between different function tabs in the left navigation bar. The top toolbar contains basic operation functions, module editing functions, and a button for deploying the project. The large central area is the flow canvas, where the main workflow design takes place. Flow design can be divided into three main steps. Step 1. Set the flow time slot to let the robot knows when to execute the flow. Step 2. Set the trigger conditions to let the robot knows when to activate different flow branches. Step 3. Add modules with different functions based on scenario requirements to enhance the overall service flow. First, click Start on the blank canvas and enter the time slot for executing the flow. In addition to daily fixed time slots, specific dates can also be selected for settings. Then add trigger conditions and select the trigger mode of the robot, including execute immediately, touched, face detected, object detected, home button pressed, wake up word heard, and MQTT message received, etc. Finally, add modules after the trigger conditions, sequentially selecting the functions for the robot to execute and editing the settings in the module. Modules are divided into 5 main categories. The trigger module serves as the starting point of the flow and can only be attached after the time slot card. The branching module will expand different branch flows based on user responses. The core interaction module mainly includes the robot's voice interaction, action and expression presentations, or multimedia display, etc. The other 2 module categories are more advanced and will not be covered in this class. Now that we have an understanding of Roflow Basic, let's try it ourselves. Please use Roflow to create a service flow for an unmanned restaurant and make the robot be your restaurant waiter, providing features such as restaurant introduction, ordering, and menu browsing. Let's watch a demo video first.
Welcome. I'm Debbie. I'm glad to serve you. How can I help you? Welcome to the unmanned restaurant. This restaurant takes self-service ordering and self-service pickup. Remember to put the tableware in the plate recycling area after the meal. How can I help you? Please enter the meal you would like to order. How can I help you? This is our menu. How can I help you?
Next, we will operate on the website based on the service flow shown in the video. First, add a new project, then follow the 3 steps of flow design. Include specified time slot, set trigger conditions, and add modules. Finally, to save and deploy the project to the robot. In the flow design architecture, multiple trigger conditions can be set. Next, use the menu module to display the service list, dividing it into 3 branches based on the options, and introduce the restaurant using the Media Playback Tools module, conduct ordering using the Forms module, and allow customers to browse the menu using the App and Websites module. It is recommended to press the pause button first and try it yourself, and refer to the following example video after completion. First, enter the Roflow homepage, click the blank project in the New Project at the upper left corner, and then enter Unmanned Restaurant in the project name in the pop-up window. At the same time, you can set the robot's model and skin. After completing the settings, click Add to enter the service flow screen of the project. Click Begin on this screen to set the service flow. You can select specific dates and the time slot which you want the robot to provide service. After adding, you will notice an Other Time option appears besides the specified time period, indicating that all flows outside the specified time will be directed here. Next, click the plus sign after the time slot to add trigger conditions. In the editing area, sequentially enter the module name, trigger method, and relevant recognition settings. Lastly, you can add the closing remarks and click the gear icon in the lower right corner of the input box for further settings, such as adjusting the speech delay in seconds to have the robot speak after a delay. You can also adjust the robot's expression and action when speaking. Then click the plus sign after the trigger condition to add a flow. Here you can see all the modules. Choose the on-screen menu module edit the module name, add the opening remarks as needed, enter the title and options, and set the option image. Confirm if you need to display the leave or back button in the menu. Finally, click on Preview to review the screen. Then click Confirm to complete the addition of this module. Click on the module card to edit the module again. For example, cancel the exit button. Next, we will use different modules to complete the functions of each branch. First, we use the Media Playback Tools module to execute the restaurant introduction. Similarly, we can add opening remarks and related settings. Then, select the file you want to display in the resource type section, such as an image, and set the playing time of the file. Further settings can include the robot's behavior during playback and closing remarks after the file is played. Next, we use the Forms module to record customer orders. Here you can choose to fill in the format and title text, etc. And add images to allow customers to view the menu while entering their orders. Finally, we use Apps and Websites module to display the menu. You can select a web page link and copy it to the specified field. If you want to add other trigger conditions, you can add them to the branch after the time slot. For example, if we want the interaction flow to be triggered when a customer touches the robot, select Touched as the trigger method and choose the corresponding part and count limit. After adding, use the link function to connect to the specified module. The last step is to deploy the project to the robot. Click Save in the upper right corner first, then click on the Deploy project. Here you can choose between Execute on Deploy and Execute manually. The Execute on Deploy means that once the deployment is completed, the project will automatically run if the robot is powered on and connected to the internet. Conversely, the Execute manually means you need to manually start the project on the robot to execute it. Select the robot for deployment, click Deploy, check the progress, and finally click Deployment Successful. After the deployment is complete, let's see how the robot excites the project. The operation process on the robot side includes 4 steps, from opening the Roflow app, setting the password, selecting the project, and executing the project. First, find the Roflow icon in the robot's main menu and click to enter. In the project list, you can choose whether to set a password to prevent exiting the project. Then, click on the project that you want to execute, and click Confirm in the upper right corner to start execution.
Welcome. I'm Kevy, and I'm delighted to assist you.
To exit the project, press and hold the power button, then tap the Quit Roflow button to exit. Congratulations on learning the basic of Roflow. For more tutorials, please scan the QR code to continue learning at the newest support.